Um, Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the new show we're starting, where Elias confuses Jody by counting up instead of down.
Damn it, Elias!
Just wait until I had my coffee.
Hi, everybody. I'm confused, and this is Realms of the Wild.
The show where the points are made up and everything doesn't matter.
No.
I'm confused. Nice to meet you.
Don't.
Thank you, Dad.
Don't do
this. Yes, this is our Open Legend RPGs set in. Like yes, the DM is always confused. I'm just normally better at hiding it. There's a slight difference.
Also, that is a pretty common state for DMs.
Yeah,
that's what we call facts.
And players.
Especially
only you, Elias.
When you have Ilea and Alex and Elias playing.
Yep.
And then add Kiri to that, and then everything just goes crazy.
This is what we call facts.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. As far as announcements, I don't think we have anything really, really major.
The only thing I put for announcements was this is still too early for Elias's internal clock to handle.
Okay, I have an announcement. Jody and I are in a state that's about to get very cold. Please send messages to make sure we're alive throughout the week.
I'll think about it.
The difference being Ilea didn't know that it could get that cold. And
how?
Jody,
it's not supposed to. This is a rare event. It's not supposed to.
This roughly like every other year-ish, multiple times every other year.
That happened this week in New Jersey. Come on.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to.
It's we're for people wondering in the frozen north that is Wisconsin. Next week, we will have wind chills that go down to like 35 below easily.
I'm predicted to be in a -40 zone.
Yep, it's bad.
Winter is here, y'all.
This is what
it's here.
We call winter. All you guys are like, oh my God, it gets like below freezing. That's not winter. That's summer here. Like we get snow in, I think June is the latest we've gotten snow.
Please don't ruin life for me.
Just remember, Ilea, you chose this life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was going to end up somewhere with a winter no matter what. This is a very good school.
You should have come to Jersey.
School. I could have come to Jersey, actually. That's for another time.
Anyway, back to the game.
I do sort of have an announcement, actually.
Cool.
Episode 3 of the podcast might be coming out soon.
So it's a maybe announcement.
Love those firm announcements.
Here's the thing. So the episode, at least at the rough track, was 2 hours. Because of more than 2 hours, because of the roundtable that we did for Ocarina of Time.
Y'all.
So provided they figured out how to cut that may be coming out this week. I have no confirmation, but it might or may not. But it's happening within the next 2 weeks. We'll be getting a new episode of the podcast, I think.
Cool.
So in short, we may or may not be getting a new episode of the podcast in 1 or 2 weeks.
That lasts 2 or less hours.
I believe auditions are still open for the redubbing of the first episode of the Zelda cartoon. Correct?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
Alex is on it to this morning.
I'm on the case, Chief.
A podcast might be coming out, and auditions might still be open.
There should be auditions.
This is a
in
very
my defense,
professionally run fan site. It's not like
what? Who told
Zelda
you this was a
Universe is
professionally
one
run
of
fan
the
site?
Largest and longest running Zelda fan sites in the world. You know.
Hey, listen, I was accurate on that part. Whether or not, listen, this isn't my domain. That's Trevino's domain.
No, it's your domain too, sweetheart.
Oh, wow.
Shut up.
Sassy without coffee.
He's sassy to me consistently. He's very salty because of the Metroid announcement.
Oh yeah. Everyone, let's have a moment of silence for Elias's sanity, as he is forced to wait even longer for the next Metroid Prime.
If you were gonna have a moment of silence for my sanity, you should have had it 20 years ago.
Ooh! I didn't know you 20 years ago.
Actually, there are some admissions. There's a season 2 of Hades Misguidance. Yeah, so Hades Misguidance, our ZU show, also having auditions to the end of the month. So there's that. And then casting call for the dubs. February 2nd.
Cool.
So
you still have
Friday
a little bit of time.
Friday for that, Thursday for the Hades Misguidance. Go on to Alex Trevino's Twitter at Trader Trevino for that, because he handles all of that stuff. I don't. And he sort of works on his own thing. I just run the thing. I oversee everything. He does that actual stuff.
Cool story.
So
I'm productive.
Yeah, that's what's going on at Zelda Universe. Another thing, slightly Zelda related. Friends of the channel, Hyper RPG, are having their Hyperdrive tomorrow. We'll mention more about it at the end of the episode. But they're cool people, and you should check them out.
Yeah.
But before that happens, let's actually return to the realms of the wild.
I'm a ghost. Yay.
Oh, I need to hang on. Okay, now we're in.
I'm not, but
Hashtag vote Zelda.
Oh yeah, and the MVP poll. Don't forget the MVP poll.
because we're so professional. Mm-hmm.
I would never forget the MVP poll, Jody. That's just
Of
not
course
who I
not.
am.
We never do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, of course.
All right, so to get us kind of back into what's been going on, these guys traveled to the Wisdom Realm to deal with the wound that is supposed to be there, and they stopped in a Goron city to just kind of get their bearings, and found out quite a bit about Pierre.
If that is your real name.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Pierre.
Yeah. Found out that Pierre's not even his real name.
It's not. It's Vara, because I had to find a name, and it was very hard, so I came up with Vara, and I'm like, yep, that's the name.
It works.
And it worked. I don't remember how I got it, but
And your parents gave it to you.
Yeah, it's how most names work.
no. Smartasses, all of you.
What's also fun though is we could just interpret this as Vara isn't even his real name. And just keeps going.
We got to go deeper, Leo.
So anyway, Pierre got in trouble, got sent to prison. They got brought back. They fought off robot dinosaur men, and robot lizard men, and then they were tasked by the elder to Elder Jeff to go to the fallen Rito city of Eldon to kind of shut down whatever it is there that is keeping these robot things going and creating a threat to the city. And so that's where we left off last time, was them traveling over Death Mountain to get to the city. So you guys have been traveling for a good day or so around Death Mountain, and had to make camp because as much as it seemed like the city was very close, you kind of misjudged the distance simply because it's so massive. So the next day, you began traveling again, and eventually got to the opening at the top of the city, and the city itself is massive.
Hey, Pierre, how come you didn't tell us the city was actually farther than we thought it was?
I don't come here often. I don't remember anything about distance.
It sounded like you remembered a lot during your trial, though. I was just curious.
It's true. I can't remember things.
Do you want
I
some
mean,
of my...
I can remember facts and details. I can't specifically remember, like, specifically how to get there.
Okay, you seem still tired. Do you want some of my rock juice?
Do I have it? You know what? Sure.
I hand it to him.
I take something else out of my pouch, because I assume Pierre as a bard bird, and also someone who definitely drinks, takes out like a little like Hyrulean canteen is what I'll call it, of whatever the drink, and just pours it in.
It instantly dissolves.
The rocks dissolve. Perfect.
Drinks. Okay.
And hopefully that makes it better. Do I have to roll to make sure that goes well?
Do you have to roll to put rocks in water?
This is like.
Oh, I thought he was giving me a thing.
It's basically like beginner lava. It's like molten liquefied rocks.
Okay, you've officially lost the DM.
I don't know what that. Dude, I'm still waking up too. So.
All right.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
I thought that's what we had established it in an early episode. I might be misremembering.
I literally just lost focus as I was dealing with a couple of things, and I came back to it dissolves in water. Oh, and this is beginner's lava.
So I'm still tired.
In between that, I would like to point out it dissolves in water. Then Pierre drank it. Then it's beginner's lava.
What are we, Amtrak? We derailed so quick. Holy shit. So I was tired. He was like, "Here, you want some of my rock juice?" And I'm like, sure, because I assumed that was like a coffee thing, not realizing that was what the thing I was doing.
Coffee.
I'm committing to the bit anyway. I don't care. I've already gotten this far.
Imp would like to point out the plot hole of what is the cup made out of that holds lava?
Rock.
Yeah.
Everything's rocks.
Everything is always rocks.
Anyway, assume I did the thing. Moving on.
Wow. That okay. Okay.
I'm confused. Let's move on.
We'll So yes, you drink your beginner's lava.
Pierre is questionably dead.
We'll find out in 1 or 2 weeks.
A backup character in reserve, right? No,
my last episode. Bye, everybody.
So there'll be an open casting call on Monday for a new Realms of the Wild member. And since Alex is also a producer, we'll be hiring a new producer as well. What the hell?
Alice is just dead now. That's what's happened.
I mean, mood, but
you die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh no!
Is a problem.
My girlfriend won't be happy about that, but
all right.
Anyway, so yeah, you try this concoction. You're only able to get like well, mixing it with water makes it slightly more palatable because it's simply too thick for you to drink on its own.
Are we talking like 3 C's thick or like 4?
We're talking about lava is a solid. As much as it looks like a liquid, it is
okay.
it is more dense because it's rocks than just about anything else. Like you don't sink into lava, you burn on it.
Well, I know I was making a dumb joke, but yes, I got that point.
So anyway, because you mix it with water, and I'm assuming it's designed to be ingested, you are able to get a few drinks of it down. It tastes very minerally, very burnt, and it turns your stomach sour for a few hours.
Sometimes I question my life decision, but sometimes I also question, what the fuck are you people eating? Aruna.
It's
What-
made from rocks. Most of
How
what we
is
eat
this-
is made from rocks.
How is this appetizing?
Oh, it's
Pierre,
really-
how had you not figured out that he's only going to offer you food that's rocks?
I mean, I'll give you that it's like kind of an acquired taste. Like when you're
You know,
a young
Zolta,
Goron,
sometimes I like to give him the benefit of the doubt.
when you're a young Goron, you don't like
Don't.
it a lot because like all
Well,
the
thank
grown-up
you.
Gorons are like, hey, this is a grown-up drink for grown-up Gorons. But then when you grow up, you really start to appreciate the Goron juice and how it helps you like wake up in the morning and helps you
Note
get
to
through
self:
the
next
day.
time I ask for recommendations for thing, I go to Jerry.
You should, but in this realm, it's Gary. We'll have Jerry back one day.
Gary.
Does Gary want some Goron juice too?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, really quickly, Zulta, take a legend point from the MVP poll.
I'm back up to an even number of legend points.
Now she's at 52 instead of 51.
I'm not in
Wait.
the 50s.
Wait, that's just Kiri. Come on.
She's not Cass.
No, I just have 24.
Meanwhile, we're up here with like 4.
I maybe have hoarded them.
So, as you guys kind of look around, you can see that the city itself is leaned up at kind of a 45-degree angle on the mountain, and about half of the city is just destroyed and buried in the mountain itself. As you guys are looking at the city itself, you can smell kind of this acrid smell of smoke and steam. And, you know, you can almost taste the oil that's in the air that's everywhere. And you can see, even from where you are, just overlooking the city, you can see various little mechanical aspects of the city, like doors and escalators and things like that are partially working and malfunctioning randomly. Pierre, you instantly get flashes of memories of living in one of the cities when you were young. In general, they're kind of cylindrical and get wider at the top slightly, and the top was always open to the sky. So you'd have this kind of center shaft of the city that was mainly just bridges and open air, so that sunlight and air could circulate through, fresh air could circulate through the city. And now
Okay.
you're looking from above into this hole, and you can see large portions of that center open shaft are just completely filled with parts of the city that have been jammed and thrust into other parts of the city from the impact, and explosions have melted corridors and things like that. And this is, can't even be called a poor reflection of what it used to be. This is combination of mass graveyard and disaster area in one.
Does it? I'm assuming it shows a lot of age too, because it's been down for
It's been about 20-ish
20-ish
years since it fell. And yeah, there's an incredible amount of rust since Rito Tech is steam powered.
Mhm.
You guys learned very quickly how to coat things, coat metals and things like that to prevent them from rusting. But explosions and crashing, remarkably enough, is really good at removing coatings.
Huh.
So you can see the city itself is covered in rust and decay.
Gotcha.
Damn it.
Also, I want to just quickly say it in chat, and I'll say it again. When you started describing the city, phrasing.
What did I literally, my brain is so shot. I don't even remember how
You
I
definitely made it
you were
sound kind of like a
describing long
penis.
shaft.
Oh, sorry.
And I literally was just like, I wanted to be professional, like didn't want to say anything, so I put it in chat, and I was like, well, I gotta say it now. But yep,
Shaft is not a dirty word, folks. That
you
is,
made everything the description of like the. Either way, phrasing. Ilea, you're muted again.
So the YouTube people know why we were laughing. Imp in my head, they only have the tri-fork. To defeat Ganon, they will need the whole dinner set. Try spoon, try knife, try plate. Unless it's for a fancy adventure, then woo boy, gets even more complicated.
Oh boy. Damn it.
entire try place setting China. I made this really cool item.
It's still really cool.
It is.
Even if we're using it as a flashlight right now.
No, that's a completely separate item.
Oh, I thought, yeah, you're right. Okay.
That would be something we would do, though.
You
It
try,
wouldn't surprise me.
you try it at some point.
So anyway, you guys are looking into the maw of this broken city. What do you guys want to do?
So whatever affecting Goron City is coming from here is what they think, right?
Right, all the Tektite, the robot Tektites that, you know, are
As you guys are kind of standing there looking, you do see some small movement off in the distance, far enough away that you can't tell exactly what it is, but it's obviously something is leaving the city from the bottom floors and heading in the direction of Goron City.
Well, if we're gonna fix this thing, we might as well start getting closer.
Do you think you might know, having been here before, where a giant like black wound ball might be, like we found in the Forgotten Temple?
No.
Oh.
But I know enough of how to maneuver through the city that we should be, if it's here, we should be able to at least track it down.
Do you know how to maneuver without running into a million Tektite robots?
That's another question that I'm not 100% sure of.
Oh, good.
I've never had to deal with them in a sense like this. I suppose we will find it, but I'm assuming the more that we find, the closer we'll be to getting to where we need to go.
Well, you just had to deal with them a couple days ago, so you did.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming the more that we find, the closer we are to the port or whatever portal we're looking for. You know what I mean?
Has Cass finished that lovely diamond for me yet?
I don't know. Hey, Cass,
I
have
don't
you
know,
finished
she's-
that lovely diamond for Zolta yet?
She's being unnecessarily quiet today. It's okay. Let her
Yeah,
work.
you think it'll probably take her at least another hour and a half ish.
Also, maybe / 2 weeks.
One of the two, maybe.
It's either next.
It's
It's either 90
surprising
minutes or
how
2 weeks.
how close an hour and a half and 2 weeks are.
Yeah, it's just like. I mean, I'm assuming all of these tektites are coming from wherever we're looking for that, like that portal-y thing
Okay, and where
or orb
where's-
thing.
Where, yeah. Hey, maybe.
Sorry, like, can you please get closer to your mic? I cannot hear a word you're saying.
I'm not.
Me?
I'm not saying too many words. It's okay.
I'm
Oh, it's-
watching your lips move.
It's mostly just like old man grunting noises.
Alex, you're loud enough.
Never
Also,
assume
Elias,
you're
that's
too
you.
quiet, Alex.
Yeah,
What?
sorry.
To be fair, he was really surprised at the thought it might be him.
I don't know. I don't know how to do mixing and shit. Come on.
Anyway,
Yeah, like I'm assuming it's gonna be in the same sort of area. So I'm assuming once we find where they're coming from, we just sort of follow that.
Hey, maybe we should look like waves in the fabric of reality, like we saw outside the Forgotten Temple.
Wait, what?
You don't remember like the weird like shadows and like the weird air stuff that was happening as we got near the temple that last time? It was a few
Oh,
weeks
you say
ago.
look for like waves. I heard look like waves, and I'm like, what?
Well, I mean,
heard
you
that
kind
as
of look
well,
like a
and
wave
that
because
might not be
you're
a bad
blue,
idea.
but other than that, you don't really look like one.
Yeah, neither do you, for the record.
Well, yeah, because I'm a Goron.
I
Yeah,
do look
if
like
I-
waves because I am a Zora.
No,
We
you look like
blend
a Zora. Although you're kind of blue too, so maybe the same way that Pierre does.
Enough with the logistics. Let's get down there.
Okay, how do we do that?
How are we on like a cliff thing?
yeah, you're at the you're on a slope above the city. If you keep following the slope, you will eventually be able to walk through the opening at the top of this city.
How steep is it?
Not exorbitant, probably like a 45 to 75 degree slope, depending on what part you're at.
That's kind of a large thing. Okay. Well, I mean,
it's the side of a mountain, so there's some places where it's a sheer drop. and-
okay, fair. Well, I know I can fly myself down. And
Okay.
I
you
can.
guys can see a rough path you can take to get into the city without
Oh.
too much difficulties. You can all walk.
Oh, we can do that.
Aruna
then.
can roll if he wants.
Yeah, I thought about maybe rolling down this path, but considering the turns and stuff, I can do turns better with walking than rolling. But I can roll if a Tektite is after me.
Keeps rolling along.
If you guys will excuse me for just 1 second, I have to take care of something here in the real world. Please talk amongst yourselves. I'm very sorry.
While this happens, any further confirmations, Alex, on what might be happening in the next 2 weeks?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, I got the I mean, I could quickly be like, yo,
And if Alex figures that out, if chat has any questions they would like us to answer.
AMA was Realms of the Wild.
Don't- Oh no! Don't start an AMA.
The thing is I love AMAs. I am way too honest for my own good. So, as long as it's not identifying information, ask me. I'm down.
What is your home
Um,
address?
That's identifying information, but you can find me in Madison, Wisconsin.
And you can find me on Twitch.
Super sorry about that, guys. as
Okay.
mentioned before, it's freezing here. And so I turned on the heat, and the heat kicked in really well, and now I'm melting.
Hey, you know what? It's winter. That's fine. You didn't. You
Not-
could have just been like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna turn on my heat." The amount of times I've left camera just to turn on my AC, you're fine. Don't freeze.
I'm actually
White Walker.
overheated as well, but I'm not taking this off. So
All right. So,
So
yeah.
Should
so,
we just follow this path then?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the part I thought would be super simple. Is, walk to the city.
Do
Then
you
we can-
remember who you're talking to?
No,
Do you remember
can't
who
be
your
simple.
players are?
Maybe
Oh,
we should
oh,
double
we're gonna
back
get-
for a couple days and try to go around.
Jody, you really should just throw out any expectations that you have.
I remember you have Ilea, you have Elias, you have me today, and then you have Kiri.
And I've had
So
so
anyway,
much popcorn. I'm trying really
guys
hard
are
not
walking
to. Like,
towards the city.
Hey,
Uh,
do we need to be like stealthy as we go into the city, Pierre?
I mean, we shouldn't. If all we're fighting are Tektites, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well,
But
not if it's like one tech type, but what if it's a billion like before?
I don't believe Tektites know anything about stealth. They just sort of, if in some sort of older generation, I've heard in stories of something of a Zerg rush, if you will. I think that's all they know. They don't know how to be stealthy.
I don't know what
No.
a Zerg is, but I think
but
they
we don't
respond
want
to
to
loud
be
noises.
seen by the Tektites.
I mean, I guess if you want to be stealthy, we can be stealthy.
Cool. And Iruna starts like tiptoeing at normal volume and not being particularly stealthy along the path.
All we need is a
Yes,
cardboard
that
box.
was brilliant. He says, definition, pa. I don't even know the meaning of the word.
Ha! Well done, Jazz.
All right. Back to the game. So as Aruna stealthily clomps down the
Bump.
pathway, as you guys get close, you can hear more. Did it stop? You're not supposed to stop.
We're not supposed to stop, guys. Okay, we just keep walking.
No, I have music.
And I
We got to keep moving forward.
am supposed to pull up the music by joining
Elias!
Roll20.
So no one but us has been hearing the music.
No, I haven't been hearing
No.
the music either.
No, there's been no music.
I
Elias,
heard the music.
I haven't.
It's in roll 20.
Can you mute Roll20? Have you guys muted Roll20?
Now I'm hearing it. Elias.
Guys, everything's
blaming
fine.
you.
Everything's fine.
God damn it, Elias. This is why I have trust issues.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of this team.
Everything is awesome when everything's in flames.
Hey, here's a fun fact. Roll20
That's
no longer
true.
works in Safari, so now I have to pull it up. Please don't
Oh.
let me interrupt.
Roll20 never works ever.
So
I
you
don't
come
have
to the
many-
city, and as you guys come in, Pierre, you're starting to remember the rough makeup of the city. The city itself had over 10,000 Rito lived in this city. It was massive, and there were different kind of wards of the city in different areas of the city where certain things were located. There was the kind of housing and domestic ward. There was the military ward. There was the political ward where the council members and everything met and made decisions about what would happen. From where you're at now, being at the top of the city, you kind of get the idea that if these things are being created and coming out of this city, it would probably be in the industrial ward, which is near the center height-wise of the city, and it's almost dead center of the city because the industrial ward surrounded the large engines and everything that kept the city running and everything, and that's where a lot of the mechanical troops were built and a lot of the experimentation happened. So you're slowly kind of building or rebuilding a map in your head, and as you get there you can see, because of the damage and everything, you can see as of right now you kind of have a choice between heading through the shopping district. I can't think of a better name for it. Heading through the market district, or heading through the residential district.
Let's go through the residential district. See if I can maybe recall things that I remember from my past of being in this area.
Okay. So you guys see Pierre kind of stop at the entrance of the city, think for a little bit, and then just start walking again, choosing to you what seems like a random path.
Hey Zolta. You know how sometimes Pierre's quiet a lot, and then other times Cass is quiet a lot? At one time you were quiet, but I don't think I've ever seen him
I wasn't quiet, I just wasn't talking to you.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen him quiet at the same time before. Do you think that's happening right now? Because he just sort of stopped talking and started walking somewhere.
Perhaps you should observe some more, see if you find out if it's true. Are they ever quiet at the same time?
That's what I just observed, and I'm asking if you agree.
I don't know if I agree.
Oh, okay.
So, as an aside, Jody, because I'm in classical rhetoric right now, if you want to call the marketplace the Agora, that would be really awesome.
The what?
The Agora is the space for civic and commercial activity.
I thought Agora was a Brazilian.
That's too big of a word for me this early in the morning.
Agora is Greek for open space.
But in a polis, it's where the commercial activity and most conversation and everything would happen.
I'm not going to argue that.
I'm just saying.
My familiarity with Agora is from agoraphobia, so.
True.
I'm a little bit more familiar with the term market district from the maps I'm used to seeing. If I use Agora, I'm going to forget it just as quickly. So
it just might be in my head.
Pierre, you know that some of the more hoity-toity members of society called this the Agora, but all your kind of
bougie
salt to the earth people, this is just the market district.
So Zolta will call this the Agora.
That's
because
what
we all know she's bougie.
In Zora society, it's the Agora.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it's really easy to tell anyone that doesn't live in one of the main Zora cities, because they'll call it the market district. And you go, oh no, it's the Agora.
If we go anywhere else at upper class, please use that voice. I expect it for Zora.
Entirety of the Zora city.
Excellent, great. I'm looking forward to it. Moving on.
Everybody in the Zora city sounds exactly the same.
Just wait until we go to a Rito city.
Hey, guess what? You're in one.
No,
congratulations.
A living one with living Rito.
Yeah, tune in next year for that.
because it's canonically Greek. If you look at Zelda stuff, like Zora is not that far off from Greek architecture.
Wind Waker
It's
had
not-
a lot of it.
So
Anyway,
yes,
moving on.
To be
in
blunt,
short,
like ruins in
always been-
general, in video games, they like Greek architecture because of the pillars.
yeah, it's all Greek to me. So
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Anyway, so Pierre, are you going to inform the party about? Because right now you are the only person that knows anything about this city.
Oh,
They didn't hear all the stuff you just remembered.
sure. Yeah, I should do that.
you turn around and Aruna and Zoltar are both just looking at you.
Aruna has a notepad out.
I see you're doing some hardcore science, because, that's the difference between doing bullshit and science.
Well, I was doing science, but then you talked. But okay, you were saying.
So in short, Aruna, this is not one of those times.
Yeah, no,
Um,
agreed.
So, we're gonna go through the residential district, and oh my god, my memory is shot. All the big stuff sort of in the center of the city, and we got to go around through this area, correct?
Yeah, there. Normally you'd be able to go down that center open space that
But
I'm
it's
not
it
going to
kind
call.
of
But it's like portions of the residential area have just been jutted into it, and it's no longer open all the way down. You'll have to
Cool.
kind of crisscross between areas of the city in order to make it down there.
cool. So I say what you just said.
Good.
Wow, that was very
and-
well put, Pierre.
Thank you. And so we're gonna go cross around into it, and hopefully we'll get to wherever you go. These cities are similar enough that I pretty much know my way around. So
So you think they're
Keep up.
coming from like a big machine robot in the middle of it?
entirely possible.
Well,
Only one way to
okay.
find out, though.
Yeah. Let's just be stealthy, though, guys. And he continues not tiptoeing.
Zolta's going to just keep a little bit of distance between her and Aruna in the hopes that she will be spared when he inevitably draws the attention of enemies.
It's interesting.
Good.
You usually
I
hide
start
behind
looking
me.
for cardboard boxes that happen to be lying around in the past 20 years.
Ring.
Weep. But yeah, we press on. Try to keep up.
Okay. So as you slowly are getting into the city, the first thing you notice is you come to an area where the roof and walls of the city have kind of collapsed, and there is an opening you can go through, but it's going to be rough for Aruna just because of how tight it is. You can try and circumnavigate it. You can try and clear away some of the rubble to make it bigger. You can try crawling through it. What are you guys thinking?
Well, trying to open it more with a bomb is a terrible idea. So maybe not that.
Do you
I'm
say
just
that
going
out
to
loud?
point out I said nothing about bombs, but I'm glad that's where your head goes immediately.
Well, you said trying to open it with other things.
Yeah, you
So-
can clear away rubble, like pick up pieces of rubble and move them,
Right, that's a thing.
reinforce them. As much as bombs have been the answer to everything, there
What?
are other answers.
I just want to establish that because I know that was where probably Elias was going to go.
No,
Um,
I don't.
And to be blunt, Elias is a explosive master. He might understand how to create a controlled explosion that would work. I mean, again, this thing.
You guys just let me know if any of this is said in game.
Zolta turns to Aruna and says, I'm sure you fit into tighter spaces than this. Go ahead.
As a comparison to like my size, what kind of space? Like, how big is this?
Basically, if you were to crawl through this opening,
Mhm.
you would be scraping your back and sides as you went through.
Okay.
Like it's super tight fit. The rest of the party, they wouldn't have quite as much of an issue, other than you're climbing over rubble and fallen stuff. So stability wise, you're actually not sure how stable this is just from looking at it.
Oh, does it look unstable?
Why don't you roll me
Can I
a
push a rock and see what happens?
One big step back.
go ahead
I'm
and,
also
go
gonna
ahead
take a
and roll
step
me
back.
a logic check.
Uh-oh.
Logic. So glad I get to use logic. Cool. 6.
Yep.
It
Move
looks
it over.
great.
You sit there and as much as you look at it, you're having a really hard time trying to figure out exactly how stable it is. You've dealt with caves and things like that before, but there's just so many parts to it. So you pick up the rock and just kind of start shoving it through, or technically there aren't really rocks here, so you pick up a just discarded piece of metal and start trying to shove it through and just kind of test the strength of this wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
And as you push it through, you hear kind of scraping sounds of metal against metal, and you push it a little bit further, and then you hear and instantly get a bad feeling, and then the rest of you feel this rumble as the wall of just broken machinery and everything starts to shift and collapse, and I need my dice.
Oh, great.
And Aruna, as you try to pull your arm out, it gets trapped and you get dragged down as this wall of machinery falls, and you take 2 lethal damage, and your arm is now trapped underneath significant amounts of rubble.
Guys, I think it's unstable.
Yeah, we got that. Well,
I try to pull my arm out.
It's not only is it pinned, you think there might be something piercing your arm.
Hey, I think that something's sticking
arm-
into my arm.
The arm itself is starting to go numb.
Also,
From
I'm
the
losing
pressure.
feeling in my arm.
Hey, Zolta.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should try to get him out.
Yep. This is great.
Hey,
God
I can't
damn it,
move my
Elvis.
pinky anymore.
We're working on it. Come on.
Okay.
I base this entirely off of your suggestion of I'm gonna put a rock in it.
I guess start trying to move pieces.
Okay.
Not a great idea. This is going to cause horrible things to happen.
With my other arm, I try to move pieces.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a. I'm completely losing. Might check. There we go. Wow. Can't remember any of the attributes in this game.
That's gonna be a 27.
So sitting there, you at first try to move your arm, and you get this spike of pain as something is definitely digging into your arm. So you sit there and you try to brace part of this rubble that's fallen on there, and you start lifting it up, and you feel the pressure start to release on your arm. You start to return feeling to it, and instantly are overwhelmed with pain as sensation returns to your arm. And it takes all of your fortitude to even just keep the rubble where it is. But you guys hear Aruna just howl in pain. He's created a slight. He's created a slight opening, but it seems like his arm still has something preventing it from being pulled out right now.
Hey, so update. I can feel my arm again, and it feels really bad.
I like Imp's suggestion that I drain the life out of Aruna, and when he shrivels up enough, we can just pull him out.
Of course you do.
That is brilliant.
But I really like this suggestion.
It is Open Legend is entirely limited by your imagination.
I have
You come up, just describe a way to do it, and I'll figure out something to roll for it.
I have a really stupid idea, and I don't even know if it's even worth saying.
I would say
Trust
it.
me, all ideas
saying-
are worth saying because my arm really, really hurts right now.
Just say it. Yeah.
Trifork.
What about it?
Either use whatever power it has to like lightning whatever is on top of you off of you, or literally use it to pry yourself out, whatever's impaling on you out of it.
Well, whatever you want to do, just do it.
I said these were dumb ideas, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm sorry. But
Any better ideas, Zolta?
I could kill you.
I don't
can
like
bring
that
you out,
idea.
and then I
Any
can
better
put-
ideas, Cass?
Then I can bring you back to life.
No ideas
Just
from
an
Cass.
FYI, you've never actually brought anything back to life, Zilta. You're not 100%
I was
certain
able
that's a
to
possibility.
help Cass, though.
I'm pretty
And
sure
I'm-
Aruna's noticed that, which is why he was
I am
dismissive.
full enough of myself to think I can bring someone back to life.
By the way, folks, there's no resurrection mechanic in Open Legend officially.
officially, yeah, that's fine.
You said get creative, and
Okay, I guess we're gonna do one of your ideas, Pierre, but please do it quickly because I feel like my arm is like screaming in pain, but without a mouth.
God. This is horrible. Zolta pulls out the Trifork.
Should we want to do it from the actual fork side or from like the back side?
The fork side.
You have described my feelings on this exactly.
I agree, Imp, but let's just be clear. Our strongest player is the one who's pinned. Our smartest player is not here today. And all we have is pillowcase material and Zolta.
For those of you watching at home, Imp has said you want to use the magic wand as a pry bar. This is why you can't have nice artifacts.
Is there like
I'm the dumb player
a
in this
rebar equivalent nearby?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a what, perception? Is that the right one? Yeah,
Sure,
perception.
Okay. 15.
So looking around, you see again there are metal scraps and pieces of wall and everything around you. So you can see quite a few items, and yeah, you do see a relatively long piece of basically latticed metal.
Is it pick upable with my other arm?
No, it's too far away from you.
Hey, can one of you
And
guys
if
grab that?
If you put your arm down, the rubble's gonna sink back on to your other arm. That's the only thing that's keeping it up is you right now.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh,
In my head, this
I
is
gotcha.
what happens. Zolta pulls out the Trifork reluctantly. Aruna sees this and goes, no! And looks around and goes, go pick up that thing. Without pointing at it.
also, can both
Because
of you
he
do
can't
it?
point because he has to hold up the thing.
Because I can't
okay,
hold it.
I will grab the thing.
Good.
I grab thing.
Zolta puts the Trifork back away and goes to help Pierre with the thing to hopefully pry up all of this metal so Aruna can get free.
Okay. So you guys get this kind of framework piece of metal, and you jam it into the opening that Aruna has made, and start prying with it. Pierre, go ahead and make me a might check.
Okay.
Does he get help assistance?
37.
Okay.
So as Pierre, you feel this kind of unnatural strength kind of take you over, and as you sit there trying to force this up,
She's like a mother lifting a car up for her child.
A mother hen.
So as you sit there and you just sit there feeling yourself lifting this up and the entire city in your mind, Aruna, you see him like pushing down and just like sweating bullets and eventually gets to the point where you no longer have to hold the rubble up, and without him seeing, you just kind of put your hand on the back of it, and it lifts it enough for you to feel whatever pierced your arm to come out, and you immediately pull your arm out.
Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm clear. Pierre, that's okay. I'm clear.
Good.
Pierre, okay,
Drops.
good.
Zolta now has a modicum of respect for Pierre.
You are currently bleeding out though from your wound.
Hey, I help. I'm feeling dizzy. Does anyone
Who
have
has cloth?
here? Just use the cloth here, and I just like take my sash off and give him my sash.
Zolta is disgusted, but currently closing the eyes and wrapping it around your arm.
Okay, make me a logic check.
Oh God.
Sure. Why not? 19.
Okay, so you're not particularly skilled at
I don't usually heal
first aid.
things.
Yeah, you kill things a lot more often than you heal them. So you're sitting there, you're trying to do it, and with Aruna's help of kind of going, okay, first you do this, and then you do no, don't do that.
I also do like Imp's suggestion, but using lightning to cauterize the wound.
Had you said that before I made you roll, 100% you could have done that.
If you're still bleeding and a little bit, Aruna, let me know, and we'll be able to take care of that.
I feel like I'll be bleeding for a long time, but okay.
Well, after about a few minutes, they are able to kind of pack the wound and tie not quite a tourniquet around it, but a really nice tight bandage to prevent you from bleeding out. You're thinking it's probably going to need a little bit of time before it fully heals, but you're not in danger of dying in it.
Gotcha. Am I still at just 2 points of
Yeah,
of
she
stuff?
made her save. Had she failed, then you what? I kept getting more.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had failed, I would have probably ended up stabbing you in the arm with a Trifork or something.
Oh, fun. More stabbing. Great.
Remember
So
that your next move was to stab him, yell clear, and then light him up. Damn it, Imp.
so guys, I don't think that path's a good path.
No, let's go somewhere else.
Good.
Iruna limply tiptoes.
So you guys have the choice of retracing your steps back and going through the military ward, or taking a less direct approach and continuing to go through the residential ward. What do you want to do? There are other paths. They just were going like up instead of down, but there's still a very good chance that you can go up and then come down another part of the city. So
Where should we go though, Pierre?
How far in are we on the residential district?
you technically haven't really entered it yet. You're in the outskirts, basically. Like you're even outside the suburbs right now.
Let's keep moving forward.
But
Okay.
there's rocks in front of us.
Well, like I said, you can just choose another path.
Oh, because that whole thing is not blocked.
Yeah, that's completely collapsed.
That I didn't get it. Let's
If you guys
go.
want to try and clear it, you can. But
Let's not. We're
I
gonna.
think I'm done with that path.
I'm
Let's
done
take
with
the
that
road
path.
less traveled.
Yeah, let's go a little bit direct. Less direct.
Okay. So you start going through, basically climbing up the city, going up some stairs to a higher level. And Pierre, as you go deeper into the city, you are kind of getting bombarded more and more with memories of your childhood, of running through streets similar to this. I don't believe you grew up in Eldon.
No, I grew up in Tabantha.
Tabantha, there we go. So obviously Tabantha's different than Eldon, but a lot of the blocks look kind of similar, and you can kind of remember growing up in cities like this and just it being full of people, and wandering through. You'll find shops, like little corner stores that people will go to for groceries that are now blown out, abandoned, collapsed under rubble. And you'll find homes where you can see, remnants of toys and things like that crushed underneath, falling rubble and that. And so it's a fairly sobering experience. And while you're going through this, why don't you roll me a learning check?
Learning. Okay. Cool. That was a 2.
My God, man. What? How? 2 natural ones is
He's
how
really
that happened.
strong today.
That's the lowest
Listen.
possible thing you could have rolled.
Listen. I'm great when I need to be, and when I'm not, I'm usually a complete idiot that doesn't do anything right. My brand.
So
Can I use a reroll token on that?
sure, if you want.
Let's see what happens.
I have 5. I
I've,
can do it. I like that slightly better. How is a 14?
So at first, Pierre, you start taking them in the pathways that seem like the most direct routes that you remember from your childhood. And your first turn, you just take a right and run directly into a wall.
Great. This ain't shit.
Kind of correcting yourself, you kind of go back and you're working your way through the cities slowly but surely. Since Aruna is the one trying to be sneaky, same day swarm. Damn it, imp. Aruna, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
oh, yeah.
Same day swarm for Tech Type Prime now. Is that what it is?
Yep.
10.
Hey.
So, Aruna, you're trying to be quiet, but Pierre is just kind of moving pretty fast as he gets more familiar with everything in this area, and he starts, just kind of going. Then he'll take a left turn and a right turn. You're trying to keep up with him,
Pierre,
and
could you slow down a little bit?
as you say that,
Sorry.
you hear a familiar clinking sound of metal scratching metal, and you look up to see 3 Tektites crawling towards you, attracted to the movement and noise.
Shit.
I'd like Urabuddy to roll for initiative for me.
Great.
Got to get my initiative tracker.
Oh.
While we do this, realized my mouse pad is very representative of Wisconsin.
So it's
Wow.
your fault.
I mean, I have Game of Thrones on. I've been watching a lot of stuff with the wall, which is also applicable there too.
Yeah, but you're not in Wisconsin.
I'm not, but I was in Hoth on Monday.
Meanwhile,
Bruno.
in California,
Fuck you.
I got 15.
15. Cool. Zulta.
19. And
Uh,
then Pierre.
31.
Do I have a character sheet for these guys?
Because I only roll really well, or I really don't. I mean, at this point, I've accepted the fact I'm also the dumbest person in this cast.
Character-wise or player-wise?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, like, player-wise, yes.
I don't feel good about that.
I
You
do.
should feel
I
better about
do.
yourself, Alex.
No, first
You're
of all.
a good person.
I'm not the one that decided to use a Trifork as a primer when there was metal on the ground.
But you didn't actually do it, which is the
Yeah.
important
But the
part.
fact that I made the idea was also pretty dumb.
But the thing is the core idea of use something to pry up was good.
And then caused me
Perspectives, I guess.
in pain to just say, go get that instead. See, it's a
All right.
group
So
effort.
first
I'm
up
still useless.
is Pierre.
Ah, excellent. So they are, they're not down at our level yet. They're still pretty high up.
No, it'll take a lot for them to get down to our level.
Probably
no,
at least 10 minutes.
Oh,
The ceiling in this particular area is only about 25 feet high, so they're pretty close. They crawled out of a pipe and came down, so they're relatively close. Let's put it that way.
but they're sort of on the wall at this point, right?
Currently, yes.
Are they all like in a line? Like a single file line?
No, they're in a swarm.
I have a few thoughts on that. But I don't know if that's the smartest option.
Think quickly.
Part of my idea was to like sort of get onto like top of where the wall is and like just stab down, but that's not going to really work. I would also try to go stab them while they're on the wall, but that leaves me open for someone to get onto me and attack me.
What do you want to do?
Been playing too much League of Legends lately.
Yeah.
I played once. Listen,
That's too much.
So the Tektites decided to solo mid.
Oh god.
While the Lizalfos are jungling.
Oh,
So
there's Los Alphas here too.
oh good.
well, they're jungling right now, so you don't have to worry about them unless one of you guys wants to jungle, and then you have to fight over mob spawns.
I know,
I
understand.
I used
Mercy
to play
does
a
not heal anyone.
lot of League of Legends.
I've played once and never again.
I probably will not play on stream again, but only that's how the point.
I technically have a League of Legends account.
Today's broadcast sponsored by.
Not
League
League
of
of Legends.
Try it. Listen, contact us. Hey.
And then maybe we'll actually say better things.
Maybe. Hey, Aruna.
Ow,
Do you
what?
want to pass me a bomb?
Okay, I pass him a bomb.
Do you even have to ask?
But
I'm
because
going
I'm in pain
to-
and not really thinking, it's Goron hand size, so it's a little big for you.
Yeah, you have to double hand it.
All right. Well, then I'm going do I want to bicycle kick this or do I want to like baseball this using my knife?
What?
Whatever's happening, I would like to assist by
Cut
throwing
into
some
the
electricity at the bomb after it's close to
Oh,
the
good.
Tectites.
This is-
Sure.
Okay. So first, let's Pierre, what are you gonna do with the bomb?
I wanna basically, you know what? Let's make this fancy. I have a bravado. This is gonna be dumb, but we're gonna do it anyway. Toss the bomb up in the air, bicycle kick it into the Tectites.
All right, go ahead and make me an agility check.
I am going to use how many? I'm gonna use an audience legend point for this
Ooh.
because I have exactly one of those or two of those.
Remember, if you are in the audience,
How
and you
is
don't
it
want us to die,
27?
All right.
ooh,
Uh,
you can send
Zulta,
legend points.
go ahead and roll an energy check.
Energy, energy. I love energy. Get the electric blues. I did not do well. Do I have a reroll token? I may have a reroll token.
I feel like you have a reroll token.
I have a reroll token. We're gonna
Hey!
do that again. Energy.
Good reroll. Good reroll.
I want to see if anything was different. 7. Yes, it was different. I got a 2 on the 20 that time. I have one more reroll.
Use it. Use it.
Go.
Please send
for
me more rerolls.
And coming clutch.
Yeah, let's just see if this is 11 again, because I kind of want that to be a thing. Ha! 24!
Ah, it is double than 11.
Like how we're just
It's more
begging
than
the
double.
chat
More than
for
double.
points at this point.
I was gonna say that and you beat me to it.
All right. So you sit there and you kick the bomb in between two of them, and Zulta sits there and launches this bolt of lightning at it. It explodes, incinerating 2 of the 3 Tectites. The other one looks upset that you just robbed it of its family.
Nah.
Unbelievable.
I should not have laughed, because now I'm picturing it as like its husband and child.
Yeah, you just orphaned a Tektite.
No, I don't think that the child is the one left. I think the mother is the one left.
It's actually a Punisher Cable situation where it's the father's left.
Ah, I see.
Then we should kill him before he can swear vengeance on us.
Or before he becomes a Thanos.
So take a legend point, Pierre.
Ha!
So next, Zulta, you're up next.
All right. Seeing that the electricity worked so well last time, I am going to target the one
I
left
am-
with it.
Going to remind you, you have a new item. You also have a reroll token from Imp.
Thank you, Imp.
Yay!
What is my new item?
Your
Remember the
flashlight.
laser pointer
Oh,
that you and
yes.
Tess designed to kill Tectites?
I will use that with my.
No, I don't think that'll work.
Lightning ball of death. So the diamond's in there, right? So that it won't.
Basically, you
burn up.
have kind of a weaponized laser pointer. So what I'm going to have you do is roll an energy attack with advantage 3.
Ooh, I like that. Let me
This
add
sounds
in
like
the.
something-
I'm putting it as laser pointer right now.
This sounds like something that happened last episode.
Yes,
did.
yes, it is.
I would
glad you
come
watched
up
it.
with a really cool name, but you guys would rename
we
it.
would call it the laser pointer, anyways.
So
Laser pointer of death.
Yes.
What's a
And
what?
it's when
LPOD.
Kes proposed to me.
Elpod.
Oh yeah, you did
You-
miss a proposal. Yeah.
Yeah, you did actually. This is true.
Ah.
You
so
really-
you really should go
you should've
rewatch
watched
that episode.
I only rewatched the part that Elias told me to.
No, I told you to watch the whole thing.
3.
All right,
Hey, let's go.
I have to do math now. That's actually exactly. That's funny. How do you want to do this?
Ah!
I am going to take out the laser pointer, wink at Kess, and then channel a gigantic ball of electricity through it that then becomes this bright white light that pinpoints on the center of the Tektite, and it just like stays there for a moment. Do they have eyes?
They do. They have a central
one.
eye. That's
Yes.
what this was
So-
made from.
Yes. So it's actually right above the eye so that it can kind of look up. You get the sense that it's looking up at this laser on its forehead, and then it explodes.
Can you please be like, as you can see here, it's no more.
So wielding her laser pointer like a lightsaber, you watch as Zulta brings it out, looks at Kess, winks, brandishes it back, and then you see this bright white light erupt from it. She swings it down, points it at the Tektite, who just sits there and goes in binary, so none of you can understand it. I'm
Binary
gonna punish you, and then it blows up.
expresses in binary. Wow.
Though to be clear, if I did have my own lightsaber, it would probably be black.
That's not how light
Oh.
works.
I know it's not, but it would still work that way for me.
Listen, if Mace Windu can have a purple lightsaber, Aaliyah can have whatever color lightsaber she wants.
Mm-hmm.
There are dark sabers.
Anyway, so Tektites are gone after a couple really good rolls.
Hey!
I get a bomb out and get ready to throw it, and then I'm like, oh.
Yes,
Okay.
Kess still tinkering with various items and kind of overloaded with just the sheer amount of technology around her is just like, that's nice, and is just enamored with where she
Zolta reaches up and pats Aruna's shoulder, or as close to, and says, "You helped."
Yeah. Maybe we should be.
You gave me a
I
bomb,
know.
Steve.
Maybe we should be more stealthy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, also, can you slow down because you were going kind of fast and you were kind of making me not be very stealthy before. So maybe we should go slower.
Fair.
Okay, thank you. Do you guys know how to tiptoe?
Do you?
Yeah,
I
I've
was
been doing
gonna
it
ask
the
the
whole
same
time.
to you. Has anyone told you you're not good at it?
Yes, multiple times.
Yeah. So like we know how to tiptoe because we know how to be stealthy.
But then why aren't
Um,
you doing it?
Honestly, because you're so loud when you tiptoe, there's no point.
Am I louder when I
Yeah.
tiptoe than when I don't tiptoe?
You're just
You're the
loud.
same.
I'm the same.
It's
What-
you trying to tiptoe is basically still the same.
What can I do to be quieter then if tiptoeing isn't quieter?
How I was gonna say roll slowly, but I feel like that would be the same sound. Or did you become a wheel?
crush.
I feel like that wouldn't help. I know how to say it.
Did you say it?
I did. I
Oh.
did. Because I commit to the bits, even if they're stupid.
I mean, I guess I could try that, and I do a very, very slow Goron roll over like the next 5 feet.
And how loud is it?
It's an asphalt roller thingy that I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember how loud that is.
They're fairly loud.
Okay.
No, nah. That doesn't work, Chief.
Oh, my name's Aruna,
That ain't
but
it.
okay.
Steamroller. I think that's what it's called.
Whatever it is, it didn't work. Moving on.
Well, okay.
Choose even or odd. Aruna.
Even.
Or actually, no, Pierre. This was your idea.
Never mind.
Oh, great. Even.
Okay.
That's
Go on.
that.
You'll find
Random
out what
encounter.
happens later.
I
Oh.
love this idea. Arcane, Can we make a hoverboard?
Oh no.
But what kind of hoverboard? Like actual hoverboards
Like-
or like Back to the Future hoverboards?
Like actual hoverboards, because we're surrounded by metal
That is
and I
not
have
floating.
electricity, and we can make that magnetic effect.
I forgot you
So
were
like
a
Back to the Future
scientist.
style
Delta.
hoverboards. I'm into it.
I'll say your character's knowledge of electromagnetism not quite high enough for you to consider that. Were Kess here, she might be able to convince me to let you try and roll
Tess
for
is
it.
here.
In our hearts.
Yeah. And also in the game. Kiri's not here, but Kess is in the corner
So
tinkering.
there's nothing I can do to be quieter.
You could try stepping quieter if you want to be you want to be stealthy. I can have you roll a agility check.
I was asking the party, but
Oh, sorry.
You can try.
Yeah, just be quieter.
Yeah, it's fine. Just it's not that hard.
how do you do it though?
I mean,
Because I've been trying and it's apparently not quiet.
I'm naturally like that. I was trained healthy.
That
Are there
doesn't
any
help me, but thank
songs about becoming quieter?
you.
I can make one. Pulls
Yes.
out accordion.
Do.
I feel
To
like
Instructor Runa, we need a song.
songs are not quiet.
This is a quiet song. We'll sing it at
Everybody
Pianissimo.
take a damn legend point because can you write a song to make everyone quiet is hilarious.
Song of silence.
I can, and I'm just that. Yep. Yeah.
You can- I'll get your amp, your quiet amp, and I'll go get my quiet drum kit, and we can go get the quiet sound engineer so he can quietly mix everything to be as loud as quietly possible.
Yep. It's great. That's our tune into Hyrulean version of Coachella for us.
Hello, darkness, my old.
How about this? I'll try and think about how to be quiet, but in the meantime I'll just walk normally. But if you guys be quiet, maybe that'll cancel it out.
No, that's not how it works.
So am I supposed to just never walk again then?
We're not saying that, but you being loud and we being quiet doesn't cancel each other out. That just means you were being loud.
Okay. But so then how do I keep walking through the city without being loud?
Well,
You'll hush, hush, hush.
you know what? I give up.
I'm waiting for someone to make him slippers.
That's not Zolta's way.
I don't know how to knit, so that ain't gonna happen from
I mean,
Pierre.
you have feathers.
Pierre,
If you pluck yourself a little bit.
choose even or odd again.
Even.
Hilarious.
We're gonna have another random encounter because we're just arguing about the length or how quiet Runa's gonna be. This is great.
As you guys are doing this, you hear a crash behind you
There it is.
as four Lizolfos turn a corner and start coming at you. Please roll for initiative yet again.
They probably heard us arguing.
Maybe we should argue quieter next time.
They maybe also heard the very slow rolling of a Goron.
Well, I think we established that I shouldn't roll. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's fine, because anyone see the Lizolfos roll? That's great. Ha.
Aruna, what you got?
9.
Zulta
24.
and Pierre.
12. I also just realized I have lightning reflexes too. which gives me advantage 2 on all initiative rolls. So do I just do a flat 2 for every tier I have, or?
Yeah. For every tier in lightning reflexes you have, you add advantage 2. So you have tier 2, so it'd be advantage 4 on all your initiative rolls.
Then let me actually roll that. 14.
And that's in addition to whatever he has for his like agility or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, the way it works is if on the character sheet, if you click the gear next to initiative, it'll have default advantage. Just put a 4 there, and then it'll ask you anytime you roll advantage, disadvantage, and just make sure you do advantage.
Gotcha. Let me try that. 25.
Yep, that works. So
Okay.
so you're 25. I like how you were able to weasel your way out of your 2 bad initiative rolls.
Well, I think I put them in incorrectly because I keep forgetting I have that.
Yep. Now it's permanent. You all you do is click on initiative and it does it for you. So
Okay, cool. So
You
now
only have to switch it if you increase the level you have in reflexes.
Okay, cool. Now I understand.
So anyway, on that note, Pierre, you're up first. There are 4 Lizolfos coming towards you.
And are Lizolfos squishy or are they
Well, these are made of metal.
okay?
So decided
Lizolfos.
Yeah.
switches.
I mean, tin foil. It's technically squishy.
Are we talking like similar enough metal that like?
Same metal that the Tektites are made out.
Excellent. This is not helpful for me, but it's helpful for Zolta.
Honestly, it is helpful for you if we do the exact same thing we did with the Tektites.
That's fair. Hey, Runa.
What? Hey, can you keep your voice down?
Aruna, can we have a bomb?
I don't think bomb is a very quiet solution to this.
We have 4 Lizalfos in front of us. I think we passed that discussion. Bomb, please.
Oh, well, okay, but I don't think... Give him a bomb.
All right. We're going to do the same thing because it worked so well the first time. So that is what? Agility? Right?
Yes.
I'm going to do without disadvantage, and I have reroll tokens. That should be fine. I'm going to take a reroll token for that. That was an 8. We ain't going to be doing that. I'm going to use one of my legend points for the reroll. I like that better. 24.
24. Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw my lightning.
All right, go ahead and make your energy roll.
20.
Hey.
Right. Between the two of you, you actually get 10 over.
Ooh.
So go ahead and you can inflict. Actually, because you're using a bomb, you can inflict one of Aruna's banes on it.
Ooh.
Elias, what banes do you have?
Hand bomb has
Energy based.
Hand bomb has disarmed and persistent damage.
Persistent damage.
You set it on fire.
What power level is your persistent damage at?
6.
Yours is at 6. So that's what, 1d8?
I believe so, yes.
Set it on fire. Set it on fire.
Let's do that. Let's do fire.
Okay. Oops, I'm in the right screen.
How do you even tell what power level you're even at?
It's just your energy.
It's my
level.
sheet. It's my sheet
Yeah.
information. It's my energy
Any
score.
any bane you
Oh, okay.
inflict is inflicted at the highest level you can when you do an auto bane.
Oh, no, I know. Oh, I just realized what my attribute is. Because I'm looking at mine to cross-reference.
Oh,
And because I don't use bloodletting when I do persistent damage. I don't understand it as much, so I'm like, okay,
Anyway,
that would work for me.
so that ends Pierre's turn. Zulta, you are up next.
Laser pointer. Laser pointer.
I love how we're saving the world using a PowerPoint weapon.
And a fork.
Why not call it the PowerPoint instead?
That would
Vince,
actually
good
make
point.
sense.
Let's do it. Sorry, Microsoft.
Eventually, every time you pull it out, this strange twisted piece of metal goes. Looks like you're trying to destroy a mechanical creature.
Oh god, it comes with
Like
Clippy.
some help with that?
We're re-rolling that.
Yep. Yeah, it comes with Clippy. It also comes with Cortana. It comes with all of them.
Okay, still not great, but it's a lot better. 20.
Okay, so you sit there and you point your laser pointer, and your PowerPoint, and you are able to kind of singe a little bit of it. It's actually designed to go through one of their eyes and use the eye as a focusing point to make more steam. So you sit there and you get a little bit, you can see more steam coming out, and you see a couple pieces like get bent out as steam starts escaping. I'm assuming you hit the same one that Pierre did.
Yes.
Okay, so it takes 3 damage from your attack. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I will take a step back.
Okay. Aruna, you are up next.
He gets out a bomb and expects everyone to be dead by the time he looks back up and sees that they're not, and like, oh, I didn't expect to get this far. And he puts the bomb back inside. And how far are these guys?
Let's say they're about 20 feet away. They just turned a corner. They're all kind of right next to each other.
And I still have one good arm, right?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna use okay, yeah. Let's do some bowling. I'm gonna do a boulder roll at the weakest one I see.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a might check
The weakest one I see.
or a might attack.
Yeah, it's might versus guard.
Now let's check his form on this bowling attempt.
Well, what you have to understand, Hutton, is that the grease pattern on the lane actually really affects how the ball ends up hitting the pins, and players have to counteract for that.
Yes, let's see if he doesn't do the splits. Because I don't think everyone is that flexible.
Fun fact of my life, I like to watch trick shot bowling.
20,
It's kind of fun.
26.
It's amazing.
Ooh,
26.
that's a good roll.
Yeah.
He nails it. Excellent form.
Were you aiming for the dude on fire or
The
one
weakest
of the
looking
other?
one, so probably
Yep.
the dude on fire.
The only one we've hit so far.
So you guys watch as Aruna looks like he's just falling over and then curls into a ball and just boom, smacks into this Lizolfo and slams it against the wall as it's on fire and everything. It does not look like it's particularly happy. Go ahead and anything else you want to do? You used most of your movement to get there, about 20 feet. So.
Moving 5 feet back would probably provoke opportunity attacks, right?
Yeah, since you ran
Yeah,
into
I'm
one
pretty
of them.
much, Yeah. No, I'm
I was
good.
kind of expecting a big bomb when they're in fireball formation, but no.
No, that's too loud. We're being too loud. Aruna's obsessed with being too loud
Makes
right
sense. Makes sense.
now.
What a great bit.
That's my turn.
What a great bit.
I need Aruna. Go ahead and roll me that fire damage.
Oh.
Unless you want someone else to roll it.
I, in retrospect, should have. It's 1.
Damn it. Do you have a reroll token?
Yeah, but I'm not going to use it on fire damage. I don't get them very much. I'm saving
To
them
be
for
fair,
bosses.
that is the strategic thing for him to do.
Fair.
Excuse me. So it lightly sizzles, and because you're closest, that's four Lizalfos that are going to try and attack you. So
There's 4 of them?
Oh, cool.
yeah, remember when I said four Lizalfos come around the corner?
No.
Great.
You have a 26 on the first.
26 hits.
Oh, come on.
It's not 10 over. So hang on.
Another 26.
Okay. All right. You know what? Just keep rolling, and I'll let you know how dead I am.
Oh,
It's a
what?
46.
What the fuck?
So hang on. That is now I have to see where I'm at.
I'm gonna guess the 46 was at least 10 over.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're probably out cold, son.
Yeah, I am unconscious after the third hit.
Okay. And the fourth Lizalfos comes forward towards since Zulta stepped back, it's going to come towards
Me?
yeah.
Great.
Only a 19.
Remember, if you would like to help the party stay alive for when Kiri comes back and not have her completely confused about why she's the only player left, please go ahead and there's a little symbol that you can hover on your screen for the ZU shield. Click that and press redeem rupees and then send us help.
Yes. That is
Always
1 over, so 3 damage.
Okay. So, that's their turn. Pierre, you're up.
So
I
I'm
am going to remind you guys, in addition to your weapons and things like that, you have a broken city around you as well, if you want to get creative.
what do I
Jody,
have around
That
me?
is a weapon.
A lot of metal.
You're in a broken part of the city, so like the roof itself, there's pieces jutting out of it.
How
if you
stable
want-
does it look?
That would be a logic check to gauge the stability.
What do I get from a 12?
Looking around, you think there's at least one place where you think it'd be a little bit unstable, and with the right impact might cause some of the roof to collapse on the
The one that's attacking me?
group of 3. So really quick, there's a reroll token from Pokemon 03 for Pierre.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I just hit the refund button. Sorry. Pokemon, if you want to re-redeem that, I just hit the wrong button. And then a blue potion from Lykios for Aruna.
Blue potion.
Thank you, Lykios.
Does that apply automatically, or is that
Yeah,
okay?
that's how we've been doing it thus far. Is
Okay.
unless you're at full hit points, it happens right when they purchase.
Okay, potions and fairies. Even
I
when
have
when you're
a-
unconscious. Okay. What's the roll on that?
2d6.
Cool.
I have an idea. Can I clearly see the one area on that roof where I think could be a weak point?
You can't clearly see it, but you've got an idea.
And it's in front of me.
The only issue is that if it collapses, there's a chance it might collapse on Aruna as well.
He's knocked out, it's fine. We got him out of the rubble once.
We can do it again. This isn't nearly as bad. You know what? Let's do it. I have a bravado. That's fine. I want to try to
What a good situation for us to play into our flaws.
let's say like go around, kick off the wall, kick off the other wall, and then try to like knife or hit that one area of the roof as hard as I possibly can
Good.
to cause the thing to fall.
So I'm gonna have you roll a might check for that, and then depending on what happens, you may have another roll coming.
I'm going to use 2 legend points for this. And I'm going to use a reroll token because that's a 7.
Velvet Blondie, I'm pretty sure that we are out of reroll tokens, and
I'm not.
How many do you have left?
I now have 3.
Okay, I have 0. I think Aruna now has some health.
Ah, better. 23.
Okay, so you sit there, you slam into it, and as you pierce the wall, you kind of drag your Ulox down, and the wall was holding up a fairly extensive amount of just rubble, and it starts crashing in, and you're in a bad spot at this point because it's about to crash onto you as well. Make me an agility check.
Aha. 23 as well.
You kind of jump out of the way.
Can I kick back, flip off?
Sure.
Hey.
Aruna, you hear a lot of noise that upsets you, and see rubble coming down to crush you. I need I need an agility check from you.
My best attribute.
Yep.
I would apologize, but
Roll like the wind.
16.
All right, that's enough. You see everything coming down, and the 3. Wow, my phone just went crazy. The 3 Zophos near you get crushed as you roll away. The final one is the one that's on fire, getting ready to hit Pierre a second time. However, before it can do that, Zulta, you are up.
So seeing the other 3 get crushed and seeing this thing that's on fire trying to hit the Birdman, I'm going to go ahead and use the power pointer, because that's not what I'm calling it.
Just an FYI, attacks with the power pointer against mechanical things always have a flat 3 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes. Oh no, I used that flat 3 advantage last time and had to reroll.
that doesn't mean anything.
Sure.
Yep. But I'm going to try and kill this one that we've basically been working on the entire time.
I just got 3 in one shot. You're welcome.
Yeah, until it can attack Pierre, who is doing surprisingly well today.
Zulta, you get 2 reroll tokens from Velvet Blondie.
Thank you, Velvet Blondie. I also just rolled an 18.
Okay, that's enough. As you sit there and use it, it goes directly into its eyes, and you see it start to shake and shudder, and then it kind of explodes from the inside.
Did it shake, rattle, and then roll?
Ba-da-ps. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-pow.
Looks like a no. It looks like a no.
It did in my heart.
Yep.
So anyway, you guys are able to take them out. However, the hallway behind you is now filled. You can no longer leave the way you came.
Forward it is.
Yep.
Lead the way, Pierre.
Yeah, give me a second.
I like that name, Arcane Archivist.
Iruna gets up and slowly walks behind wherever Pierre's going.
Yep.
You guys take about 5 minutes to recover. Give Aruna a chance to catch his breath. Everyone returns to full hit points.
While we do that, I ask Aruna if he has any open wounds, and then have like electricity between my fingers.
Yeah, my arm is still kind of open. But other than that, no, I just got hit hard a lot.
Do it. Do it.
It's currently wrapped, though. Do
With-
we really
with my
want to unwrap
clothes.
that?
Like, I'm almost naked, too, so...
I mean, maybe we should unwrap it so he can cover back up.
Well, is it
And I'll
ready
just-
to be
Is there
unwrapped?
like a random cloth somewhere that's lying around?
Make a perception check.
Jody had this whole plan about how this episode was going to go.
We're never
Yeah.
going to leave this hallway.
No, see, the funny thing was, I purposefully did not plan on how this was going to go because I knew as soon as I go, oh yeah, I'm going to build an entire, city for 10,000 Rito, and I'm going to have each area, planned out, and I'm going to have maps for everything. As soon as I did that, you were going to go, well, that wall looks weak. Let's just bomb through it.
Sounds
Didn't
about
you see
right.
that? Didn't you see that tweet recently about the DMs?
What you just described, like all of D&D Twitter.
Yeah,
The one with the Waltz and Gauntlet meme that I retweeted.
I did.
I'll show it to you in a bit.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I got an 18.
You find some rags and cloth scraps that you could probably use. They're not the most sanitary things in the world, and you don't really have a source of water near you right now to sanitize them, but it's there.
I throw it in a. We'll watch it at some point, but there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, I'm not sharing my water with you for that.
No,
Alright.
and I'm not either. So
Andy Runa tries to put it on as clothes.
Okay. Yeah, it's dirty, but it works.
But if we're using that to replace what was on his arm before we put it on, I am going to try and cauterize the wound.
No, Iruna took it as put some clothes on, so he tried to like put it in a
Okay,
sack.
yeah. So either the dirty things are going over certain parts of his body, or they're
Dirty
going
things
over
are
other
covering
parts
the
of his
dirty
body.
parts
Yeah.
of Haruna.
yep. Don't look into that.
Yeah. Another reroll token for Zulta from Velvet Blondie.
Thank you, Velvet Blondie. Yay. Rolling.
So yeah, Aruna is covered up, and you have a way forward.
Lead the way, Pierre.
I shall.
Okay.
Walks.
But try to be
As
quiet.
you guys continue further into the residential area, you start getting to the place where you're seeing houses and things like that. Again, the city's been abandoned for 20 years, but you guys are still seeing, signs of the livelihood that used to be here. You're seeing more houses with toys that were knocked out by falling rubble. You're starting to see skeletons every so often. It's getting kind of darker and more grim as you go through. You've gotten to the point where natural light is no longer getting this far into the city, and so you're having to rely on the kind of shaky lighting that kind of goes on and off throughout this part of the city. And as you guys keep going further and further, suddenly this kind of bright lights from further out kind of illuminates everything. And as you look, you see a building that Pierre, you recognize as like a local kind of clinic, hospital type thing. But this the building itself is significantly larger than any clinic or hospital that you would have seen in Tabantha.
Mm-hmm.
The actual area, they've actually removed 3 or 4 floors. You can have this very large kind of tower, and you're in kind of a clearing area. And you notice that there's no way out of this area other than to go through this hospital.
Excellent. Well, this is bigger than the one I'm used to, but
What is
it's
it?
the only way
Crazy.
through.
So you're saying the
Yep.
tall shaft is bigger than you're used to?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't read into that.
Read into that.
Yep. Well, this is the only way we can go, so let's see what's inside. When I start walking in.
Okay. So
Worst
as you guys,
pickup line in history.
start
I was
see
into
what's
that.
inside.
exploring, as you come into the main waiting area, the first thing that happens is some sparks explode from the wall as one of the lights bursts. And you look around and you can just see littered around the area are bodies. It seems like after the city fell, a lot of people came to take refuge here. But something kind of seems strange because, again, this 20 years ago, most of the bodies you've been seeing have been mostly skeletons or for the most part, decayed to the point where you couldn't really see. These bodies are wrapped. You notice that they're actually placed in lines and things like that. Like they didn't just randomly fall here. Something placed them here and looked like it attempted to treat their wounds. You can't really tell how long they've been in here because as you step in, the building itself is remarkably cold compared to the outside. So it's possible they were partially preserved. And again, they've been treated and wrapped and things like that. So your
In
ability-
short, the inside of the building feels like a Wisconsin summer.
Hey.
oh, it's not that cold.
Okay.
So like in New Jersey right now.
So what do you guys want to do? You can see from here. There's normally there'd be 3 exits. There's a door in the back that you would assume leads to kind of the inner workings of the clinic. There's a hallway to the left, but it's covered in collapsed rubble.
Sort of intrigued by this hallway in the back of the room.
The dark
But it's a-
ominous
it's a
hallway over
door.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, if
I'm
we
gonna go
have
to that.
to go through
Yep.
this place, I'm just gonna follow Pierre.
So Pierre, as you go and you attempt to open the door, it's got a little bit of resistance behind it. But with just a little bit of force, you hear this kind of cracking sound. It kind of bursts open. And as you go in, you can see what looks like kind of a nurse's station, and then offices and rooms and things behind it. And here you actually see a complete lack of bodies or rubble. Like it almost looks pristine here.
Interesting.
What is this place?
I sort of mull around and see what anything I can find. It's just like otherwise it seems off. Type from the rest of it.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. 30.
Wow, you're very perceptive. So looking around, not only do you see is it pristine around here, but everything is clean. There's no dust, which in a normal situation, a building being abandoned for even a year or two would have a fair amount of dust. There isn't. And as you look even closer, you can see what looks like scraping marks on the floor.
Can I with that 30 figure out what specifically is doing the scraping?
No, they're just scrapes on the floor. It could be anything from dragging a metal filing cabinet to, a blade just, scraping along the floor. You no idea.
I get the feeling that we're not the only ones in here. It's just pristine.
Does Pierre say that out loud?
Pierre?
Yeah.
Zolta immediately reaches out with the entropy to see if she can sense any other life around.
Make me an entropy roll.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like this is too pristine for the fact that this has been sitting in ruin for 20 years.
Do you guys have like cleaning robots?
14?
You got nothing.
Any robot,
your life.
any robots that we would have had would have been more like destroyed when the city fell.
Oh. So
We should probably keep an eye out.
Okay.
Suddenly, as we wander around, we see a little boy. He seems to be wearing an old-fashioned gas mask. He tilts his head and goes, "Are you my mummy?"
What's that on your face?
There is no boy. This is literally just says that.
This is a very deep cut reference, I feel.
It's Doctor Who, guys.
Oh,
Doctor Who
yeah.
reference.
It's
So-
like the fact that Zulta's randomly narrating.
She's narrating it to Gary. It's fine.
As you look around,
Yeah, she is.
you way going left and right that goes to more offices, and then there's a large set of double doors directly straight back.
Okay. Well, let's go through the double doors.
Okay. So as you guys go back and you go through the double doors, the room itself is dark at first as you guys come in. And as the door kind of clicks closed behind you, you're blinded by lights instantly springing to life. As you look around, you can see pipes and cables everywhere in this room, and you can see machines that, Pierre, you've never seen anything even remotely similar to this before. And there's just
Great.
lights everywhere and moving parts and everything. And in the center, there's this strange kind of cylindrical, kind of trash can sized object that's just sitting there. And as you guys are looking at it, it suddenly, one kind of spike shoots out of it, bends at a 90-degree angle, places itself on the ground, then another, then another, then another. And it gets up on these four spike-like legs and turns around. And as it
Hello.
turns around, you can see these various things with needles sticking out of it and sharp edges and that, and a single eye in the center with this bright red glow. And that is where we are going to end it for today.
I think it's a
Dun
nurse.
dun dun.
So, thank you to everybody that tuned in. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you've missed this or any of the other episodes, all of the episodes are on the Twitch channel. You don't have to be a subscriber to view them. Just go to the videos and you can see all the episodes. I believe we are working on getting the rest of the back catalog back on our YouTube channel. We ran to some hiccups for a little bit, so but right now you can still watch everything on the Twitch channel, and yeah, my brain is just totally gone right now. We'll be back in about 2 weeks for another episode. I did want to mention two things that I'll say at the very end, but Elias, if they want to find you, or if you have any announcements you want to make, talk.
Talk.
My
You
brain's
can
gone.
find me at Elias Thompson everywhere. My announcements are, I'm still tired.
Congratulations.
Hi, Pokemon 03. Alex, if they want to find you anywhere on the interwebs?
You can find me at Luca_Starks on Twitter and on Instagram and on Twitch. I am streaming Paper Mario Thousand in Your Door right now, and then after that, I should be finishing that this week. And then I will be jumping into a randomizer that you can actually decide on right now on my Twitter. So go on my Twitter at Luca_Starks, and then you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Luke Starks without that underscore. Outros are done everywhere else. Monday here at Games Done Poorly. I have merch. Buy my merch. It's on my website, or it's on my Twitch. And my actual announcement for podcast tomorrow, hopefully, if not maybe Tuesday for ZUcast episode 3.
Love those definite dates.
I finally got an answer, so that's why. There you go.
Ilea.
Well, my list is not quite as long as Alex's.
Listen, I got a brand.
So Green Eye Trombonist everywhere but Twitter, where it's Green Eye T-Bone. Follow me there if you want interesting stories of people who tried to slide into my DMs on Whisper and Tinder. It's interesting for sure. And yeah, I don't know what else I'm doing with my life right now. I'm in grad school. It's super cold outside. Please make sure that I don't die. And I actually mean that literally, because the temperatures are low enough that if I have to go outside, I could literally die. Please keep me safe. Thank you.
And I am Trader Jody everywhere. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, but don't post anything there. I have a YouTube channel. I just released a video yesterday in my comprehensive D&D 5e guides, where I talk about the design of classes in 5e D&D and describe how they're designed to be played. And it's real popular. Like I said at the beginning, tomorrow, friends of the channel, Hyper RPG, are doing their monthly hyperdrive, where for 12 hours they just do crazy, inventive, experimental RPGs and stuff like that, and raise money for their channel. So please check them out. Ilea, if you could link the channel or something in there.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Ilea is a mod over there. They're great people. They just got a brand new studio. This is the first hyperdrive from their studio, and they have most of the cast here, I believe, has been friends with at least some of them for years. They're great guys, and they're entirely audience funded. Like they don't have an owner or something like that. They do everything through the stuff that they make. So they're great. Please check out Hyperdrive. Consider donating if you can, or just at least head over there. Otherwise, as far as Zelda Universe stuff, do we have Amanda's Running Blind tomorrow?
We should, yeah.
Okay.
We should.
So Amanda Van Hale will be doing Running Blind tomorrow night, and then Monday we have regular Zelda Universe programming with
Alex.
Yes.
I don't know the schedule here, guys. So please check out all that stuff. Otherwise, again, that's all for me today. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.